This is like $500,000 to $1 million value that we're doing right now. We'll be using this SMART criteria. Everything we're going to be doing we have to check off all of these 5, and we're going to go through each step by step. It has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it's something that's achievable, it's relevant, and time-bound, as a clear deadline for this goal. And we could create a lot of goals, but we're going to try to create 1 to 3, not more than that. Even 1, if you create just 1 goal, you can go through this whole exercise through 1 goal, amazing. If not, max 3. So let's go through it. The first step is we want to make it specific. In order to make it very good, we want to make it specific. We want to identify clear and specific goals that you want to achieve in terms of your law firm's growth. This could be related to number of clients, the revenue, yearly revenue, maybe adding on a service, enter new markets, etc. Could also be automating, could be hiring, doesn't matter what it is. But the goal of this section is to make it specific. Second thing, you want to make sure that's measurable. For each goal listed above, define how you will measure success. This could include numerical targets, milestones, or other quantifiable indicators. How are you going to know if you achieved it? Just like how we talked about for DeMarcus, increasing monthly revenue by 25%, that's not really measurable, or it's not, at least it's not as measurable as saying I will be at 50,000 per month by the December. So look at your goal that you written it down. Is it measurable? Is it something that, you're in August, you could say, well, I'm always there. Numbers, it needs to have clear numbers in there. Set up 150 new clients, averaging 12 new clients per month. This one I don't really love. This is not a really amazing example. I'd rather say, get averaging 30K by year to get to 360 by the end of the year, whatever that is. And please, somebody share with me their measurable goals so we could have an example. And if yours is already measurable, great. Albert, you're killing it. Currently, $62,000 minimum month ad spent times 3.35 is 207. Perfect. Love it. Yes, that is measurable and clear. I love it, Albert. Good job, Albert. Nice. Albert, you want to talk this out? Because I feel like a lot of people struggle with this. You want to talk what you just shared in the chat?
Sure. I started off very cautiously with Google Ads and the AdWords and all that. And they started producing a lot to the point where I had to click it off because I couldn't handle the volume. So then I expanded with the virtual assistant, which is a concept that I would have never thought of, but for MLA or legal funnel back then. And so I talked to Chad a little bit here and there, who is one of the reasons I joined, because I saw him and you on there, and I know him from Miami. And so I started clicking on more and it started growing more. So what I figured out was that about 2 months ago or 2.5 months ago, I figured out how much every ad that I put in, every ad dollar, turns into revenue. So, and I took an average of the whole thing. So a lot of people do 5 to 1, and they go, well, but I'm not that fortunate, but I have 3.35 to 1. So even at 3.35, you can tell me if that's or not, but I figured I was putting in $30,000, then $35,000 a month. And that, to me, that was like mind-boggling to be able to do that. And then I would see that 30,000 would bring in 3.5 times that amount. So you said about 2 months ago, put in 20% a month. And then the guy who you were talking to said, are you kidding me? That's a lot. He goes, borrow it, get it. If you already have it, once you have it down that you know how much it's going to produce, because if you're just testing, it's not worth it. But if you have it down to the point where you're getting an average of $3.35 for every dollar's in, take it out of the stock market, take a loss if you have to take, like I did. I was losing money in the stock. I don't care. Took a loss, threw it all in there. And now I'm finding that I'm going to open an office in Homestead, office in Doral. Those are like east and west and south. And right now I'm in the center of Miami, near the courthouse. And I do criminal traffic, DUIs, a lot of trial work. But I'm trying to not do that much trial work. I'm trying to do more of this marketing. It's a lot more fun. So I've hired a prosecutor early the year. And something that I did, which I thought I would never do, was I parted ways with an associate that I had for like 20 years, but it was bogging down the firm, and I didn't want to do that, but we parted amicably and all that. And man, now that I don't have the old ways of doing things, I'm just following the new ways, and I'm managing it all myself with a team. Of course, you met my team before, and you told her she needs to have managers below her, and she really does. I'm starting to do it the professional way. And I've been doing this 35 years. I just never did it at this level that I'm doing it now since I joined my legal academy.
So proud. Amazing, founder. Amazing. You're
the bottom line, what I wrote down there was that, I was at 30, 35, 40. I hit $62,000 this month. That means what I'm spending on Google, And I have Google, Bing, and Yahoo, basically, and a couple of other things, smaller campaigns with Apple, stuff like that, but nothing like Google and even Yahoo. And now I had 62,000 at 3.35%. Look at how much money that is, what I put there. That's 207,000 a month. Now I've broken some records. I've hit 265, I've hit 250. I talked to you on the phone about that once. I was very excited. 4 times I broke the record this year doing that. So a crazy idea came into my mind. What if I put $100,000 a month, which I can right now, but I'm looking at it. If I'm putting 62,000 bucks a month, eventually I go 20% of 20%, I hit 1,000. I'm at 100,000 a month in advertising. And if everything holds, it's $4 million. I'll send you that extra 20,000 bucks. $4,020,000 if I can get to $100,000 spending.
You will. So here's how to do it. You need to, it's all analytics at this point for you. Who's running your ads for you, by the way?
VAs. I have somebody in Argentina. I have somebody in England. I have somebody in, let's see, Argentina, England. Where else? Colombia.
Couple of people on it?
I have a few people, but the AdWords guy is a real good guy in Argentina, because a lot of what I do is in Spanish. So I built, since I started here too, my own version of funnels, because I wasn't getting it right with ClickFunnels. So I did my own funnels, but I did 6: Spanish and English in criminal, Spanish and English domestic violence, Spanish and English DUIs. And I have a bunch of videos, a bunch of testimonials, a bunch of things, text messaging from the thing. And that helps too. When you point your AdWords, I used to point them at my website, and my website has specific, similar to landing pages, they're practice pages. But when I pointed them at my specific landing pages, the quality score went up and the cost went down dramatically. I was paying, when I started this, I was doing it pay to call. I was paying a fortune. I paid 112 bucks a lead, 100, and I was still making money. But when I started doing it with the landing pages, it went down to 30 bucks a lead. And in some cases, a couple of dollars a lead for those long tail, they call them, leads.
Amazing. Amazing. So let's get you to $500,000 per month. Here's how to do it. Hire an analyst, hire data analyst, basically from Upwork, to just analyze your Google ads, your leads, your clients, everything. Any data that you have, say, hey, I want the top 80-20 of everything that's working. In your ads, you're probably going to find there's going to be the 80-20, and there it's very clear. There's these 2 type of crimes, frequent crimes, that's generating the most revenue for you. And that's where you want to spend most of your money. So hold where the budgets are for whatever it is, but now start spending more and more, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 more in those top 2 campaigns or ad sets or ad groups, whatever. You just do that. Data, spend more in the top places. Easily you get to $100K per month of ad spend. Hopefully it'll get you at least $350 to $500K. Do that, and then let's get to the next stage.
That is so true, because I started off as a ticket firm, the ticket lawyers, and everybody knew us as the ticket lawyers, and they're sending us in this high volume, lots of loads of work, but we never would hit those. We do DUIs, we do reckless drivings, we do all that. But then I changed the focus, changed the name of the firm, changed the entire thing, and I focused it into heavy criminal. And now I'm getting attempted murders. I just won a 2-week, 12-count capital rape case, not guilty on all counts. I'm getting in $60,000, $70,000 cases. Amazing. I've never, and for a guy that was charging 150 bucks a ticket, doing high volume, and I shifted. I don't even advertise tickets anymore. 20% of the revenue just comes in automatically for that, and I have somebody assigned to that. Most of it is on Zoom. The other stuff is I focused on high revenue, high ticket generating cases, and you advertise the heck out of it. You become I was talking to somebody yesterday who does traumatic brain injuries and acting, and he put in a lot of money. He wouldn't do it before because he thought there's not that many of them to go around, but he put in a lot of money into that advertising, and those cases came out of the woodwork. And he's making millions of dollars out of those traumatic brain, and then you don't have to take that many of them. He could pick and choose, and he's making a killing. And in my case, you have to still do a little more volume, but shifting it, like you said, to what produces the most with the least amount of work. That's if you're interested in being a law firm owner and a businessman. There's a lot of people that are going to say, what are you talking about? I'm a lawyer. I'm interested in the law. Well, that's perfectly fine too. You want to be the lawyer, but I've done that. I'm 35 years into this. Now I want to make some money and retire soon and sell the firm.
Amazing. There were some golden nuggets and things in here for everybody. The Spanish thing was a golden, the golden nugget there. Landing pages, being analytical. Scared money doesn't make no money. Don't make no money, as Albert says. Yeah, amazing, Albert. Amazing. All right, let's do it. Let's move forward. Number 3, next page. Thank you for sharing this. It was amazing. Strategies to achieve these goals. All right, so how are you going to do it? So it's basically like somewhat actionable. So outline the strategies or actions you plan to implement to achieve each of your specific goals. Think about the steps, especially the first step. A lot of people, when you simplify the first step, it builds the momentum for you to continue that. Just say, if like when it comes to hiring VA, it's a job post on Upwork, and then 2 days later, hire two VAs, give it 1 week, see how they do. If they do well, increase the hours. Break it down like that. Next is resources that you may need or changes that you need to make. Okay, so look at your goal and what steps, resources, or changes can you add to make it more specific to help you achieve these goals. Let's move on. This one is a pretty easy one. Relevance of goals to overall firm vision, which I think will be pretty spot on, because you start off with a theme to be able to create these goals. So let's go through it to make sure it checks off. Explain how each goal aligns with your law firm's overall vision and long-term objectives. This ensures that your goals are not just ambitious, but also strategic. So AKA, make sure your goals that you really line up to your overall theme for the year. Just do a double check. Does all of that lead to it? If it's, if your theme of the year is automation, then your goals should be more or less about automation for the most part. So just make sure that that lines up. And it should be, again, because we work backwards. If it does, just check. But this one is important. This one is crucial, right? Timeline, crystal clear by when we're trying to achieve this. So we want to create a realistic deadline for achieving each goal. Clear time frame helps create urgency and focus. And this one is very misleading, because we always think that it takes us a long time to do something, but you'd be so surprised. How do I know so? Because if I'd give you a bet, $500,000 for you to go achieve these goals by end of February, you will figure out a way. You'll be resourceful enough to do whatever it takes, right, Albert? You will do whatever it takes. Go call up this guy and this person and thing and whatever you got to do to make it happen. So let's bring down our time frame. Let's make him a little bit closer early in the year. Let's have some sense of urgency. We always talk about this. It's also part of our slogan: work smart, scale fast. Again, a lot of people want to do things, but don't do it fast enough. I deal with this stuff all the time. When I have team meetings, we have to talk to different vendors and different people. And then that was getting back to me. It's like, oh, I talked to them. They said, we're going to have a meeting on Thursday. Today is like Monday or Tuesday. What do you mean Thursday? You just go call them up and just sort it out today. Don't wait. Why wait 3 days or 2 days to sort this out? Just deal with it then and then. But I also found out that accountability is huge. Practically speaking, if you have somebody outside of yourself who holds you accountable, it's way, way, way more likely to happen. That's the whole point of our program, to have that outside person who cares, who just comes in and checks, either whatever, even email, via text, via Zoom, doesn't matter. Just send them a check in. Hey, how's it going? Just that is good enough. Question is, who's going to hold you accountable? Ideally, we build out our growth track to be all about that. We built a very robust team, backend team, to help a lot with this accountability and this implementation support. Also, you may have an ability partner, whether colleagues, mentors, or other professional groups who can hold you accountable. And again, ideally, this is what we do. We're focused on this. We have all the resources. This is what we do. We care. Ideally, somebody on our team. Nice. Norma says the growth track has accountability calls daily and makes sense to truly achieve these goals. Amazing. And I'm sure Norma just have it just showing up. And amazing. Jeff says your track is holding me accountable. I need to consistently take advantage of the group and the one-on-one meetings with all of the team members. Amazing. Jeff, look at your schedule right now. Look at the calendar. Get crystal clear on what days you can show up. Even one per week is amazing. So let's try to at least get one in, if not two. Maybe it could be somebody on your team. How they're going to communicate. What's the cadence for this? And it has to be ongoing, not just once. Again, mine is on Thursdays with my mentor. Every Thursday, it's blocked off. Finish my work early in the morning. When I get there, I have nothing to do than just spend time with him and with some of our core directors. And last part is continuous improvements and feedback. So it really ties into the accountability is what's going to be your cadence for reviewing this. Ideally, again, as I got you to sign and we're going to sign again today, is just leave this next to your desk. Just leave this on your desk. If you can take your theme and turn it into a printout, you can put it up. That's great. It's right in your front of your face. Add it to your mirror that you look at every day. Perfect place to put it. How are you going to review your goals? How often are you going to do this? Monthly, quarterly, weekly, ideally daily. If you can do that, turn this into affirmations. Amazing. How are you going to receive feedback on your progress? Again, our program does that with you. You're continuously sharing that with us. And I want to add the very important one here is, how are you going to celebrate? What are you going to do? How are you going to reward yourself? And yeah, let's do something about this because I feel like a lot of people don't take enough vacations. So where is your dream place that you would love to travel? Where is your dream place that you would love to travel in the next 60 days? The last thing is a signature. I hereby affirm that I will keep this worksheet daily and rarely accessible on my desk, and I will diligently reflect on my progress at least weekly or at minimum monthly. I commit to doing my utmost to adhere to and achieve my 2024 goals. Understand the importance of these goals in shaping my professional growth and the advancement of my law firm. I commit to staying focused, not falling for shiny object syndromes that are shared in Facebook groups, adapting as needed, and continually striving towards these objectives with integrity and dedication. Go ahead and sign again. If you signed last week, sign it again, put your name, and let's put today's date, double signature. If you can get a notary, get it notarized while you're at it. And please leave this on your desk and try to review it as often as you can, especially the theme for the year.